and its object, no leading either to the object or towards it or into its associates, and yet it might still be true as agreeing with the object. But then you are met by Royce's old argument. How do you know it means to be true of that object? It might agree perfectly in the sense of copying, yet not be true unless it meant to copy. Und zwar that particular original. An egg isn't true of another egg, because it is not supposed to aim at the other egg at all, or to intend it. Neither is my toothache true of your toothache. Royce makes the absolute do the aiming and intending. I make the chain of empirical intermediaries do it. What does it in your philosophy? Yours, etc., William James.
4. Dear James, according to the meaning of a true idea I have been maintaining, it does follow not only that an idea is true prior to its verification, but also that an idea may remain unverified in our human experience. I would not, however, say that an idea can be true and be absolutely unverifiable, for there may be such a being as Royce's absolute, and if so, no true idea can remain unverified. In the experience of the Roycean absolute, truth and verification do not fall apart as they do in our human experience. The Roycean question with which you confront me, I must confess, has never given me a pause or seemed a serious one at all. How do you know that your idea means to be true of its object? I answer, when I think, I know what I am thinking about, just as I know what mark I am aiming at when I am engaged in target shooting. My thinking as such is selective of its object, and knows its own intent, namely to think that object as that object is. My thought picks out this particular piece of the real world, and means to agree with it just as I pick out my target and intend to hit it. For instance, I am now thinking of you among your books, in your study, at Cambridge. I mean to think of you and your immediate surroundings, your present doings, as you and they are now at this hour, 10 o'clock in the morning. In so doing, I know what object I mean to agree with in my present thinkings. Now, the Roycean absolute may exist, and if it does, he of course knows whether or not my present thought of you is now true, but the knowing of that being is no more necessary to constitute the truth of my idea, or to explain the fact that I aim at you in my idea, than is the presence of an onlooker when I am shooting at a mark essential to my aiming at and hitting, or missing, that mark. Nor does it seem to me that your claim of intermediaries is in any manner essential to the meaning, the intent, or the truth of my present thought of you, which is sufficient unto itself both to select its object and to determine its truth or untruth. Yours, etc., John E. Russell.
5. Dear Russell, we seem now to have laid bare our exact difference. According to me, meaning a certain object and agreeing with it are abstract notions of both of which definite concrete accounts can be given. According to you, they shine by their own inner light, and no further account can be given. They may even obtain, in cases where human verification is impossible, and make no empirical difference to us. To me, using the pragmatic method of testing concepts, this would mean that the word truth might on certain occasions have no meaning whatever. I still must hold to its having always a meaning, and continue to contend for that meaning being unfoldable and representable in experiential terms. Yours, etc., William James. End of chapter 13. Controversy about truth.